Well, good morning. It's currently about, I don't know, 6:30 in the morning, and I am at about 2,500 meters in the high Atlas Mountains of Morocco. Yesterday, Josh and I, that's Josh over there, more on him in just a moment, we rode about 130k through some of the most remote and breathtaking scenery I have ever been in. And then we decided to call it a day at this very spot and then slept out under the stars. This is quite an introduction to bikepacking.
This is going to be something pretty new to me. In fact, I've not done anything quite like this for 17 years, and that wasn't with a bike. So as you can see, I'm pretty nervous. But because I'm like a fish out of water, I have drafted in a total expert to show me the ropes. This is Josh, bikepacker, ultra-endurance cyclist, former winner of the legendary Transcontinental Race, and a man eminently comfortable with sleeping in hedges. We fly out to Morocco in 3 days, so Josh has stopped by to make sure that I've got everything that I need and nothing that I don't. We are travelling light.
Hey, sorry, why have you got 3 pairs of pants with you?
Because we're going away for 5 days.
No, you just need 1 pair, that'll be fine.
Well, what does he know anyway? I'll pack them when he's not looking. Next stop, Morocco!
This is Marrakesh. This is one of the gateways to the centre of the city. It's currently lunchtime on Monday, and we've got a flight out of here on Friday morning. In that time, we've got a route plotted out that's 400 k's long. We've got to go over the Atlas Mountains, turn right when we get to the desert, and then all the way back over the Atlas. It is only 8,000 metres of climbing.
But there's also a catch. We checked out the route on Komoot while we were planning, and it's telling us that there's potentially a large amount of off-road riding on day 3. In its own words, it was extreme mountain biking.
Extreme mountain biking. Do you have bikepacking, Josh?
Yeah, I think so. Let's go.
Wow, we survived, which I think is the main thing, isn't it? Actually really doable, like super hectic. But you know, like, you get into it.
It's control chaos.
Control chaos, yeah.
If you play by the rules, you're okay. If you start trying to stop at traffic lights and things, then it's going to go wrong for you.
Or horses, as you found out. Yes. To be fair though, when you're looking at that backdrop with those mountains, you kind of always know where you're going. You just kind of hear them calling. Come on, lads, come on! Up, up, up! So Josh, maybe you should fill us in a little bit more on your backstory. I've said that you've won the Transcontinental, which you have. I said you like sleeping in hedges, which you do. But how exactly have you got to this place? And so early as well, because you're only 29. Actually 30 today, sorry, 30 today.
I'm old now. Officially a masters racer. I actually started in a very similar fashion to you. So I started racing cross country in the UK.
Yeah.
But I found as I got older, I was just better at, I'd always did better at the longer races, kind of the marathons. And then through university, I started doing 12-hour mountain bike races. And I won a few and did well. So the next step was kind of 24-hour racing. And then I really enjoyed stage races. And it kind of escalated from there. And then I saw people like Mike Hall, who I raced against and knew, do the round the world trip. And then he started the Transcontinental Race.
Yeah.
And won Tour Divide, and I was really inspired. And I was actually really scared to do the Transcontinental Race to start with.
I'm not surprised. What is it,
Because
2,500
it's intimidating.
Non-stop.
Exactly, and I'd never done anything like it before. So I didn't enter the first one. But I watched it avidly, I was a dot watcher. And the day it finished, I booked a one-way flight to Slovenia, brought all the kit and rode home, and that was that.
Wow.
And the next year I entered, and it kind of escalated.
So actually bikepacking came out of a competitive thing, and now do you bikepack for bikepacking itself? I mean, you went around the world.
Yeah, well,
Summer.
I've done extensive travelling, and I actually found that the TCR opened my eyes.
Yeah.
Because I'd never been really outside of, like, sort of the Western Europe area.
Yeah.
And it's all very kind of similar. And TCR took me through Eastern Europe and really opened my eyes. You ride from your house, basically. Because the first year I did it was in London. And then you ride all the way to Turkey and you see the gradual change. I just love the change of cultures.
Yeah.
And I wanted to see more. So now I have a tick list of places in the world I want to see. Morocco being one of them.
Nice, done.
And I love it. It's whether it's racing or just cruising around, seeing the place.
It's not the kind of size of kit bag I'm used to, but there is 8 pair of boxer shorts in there.
Well, it's time for second breakfast. We're at 1,400 metres in the foothills of the Atlas, and you know what?
Okay.
Ah!
Thank
Yay!
you very much.
Merci. One of the things I'm learning to love about bikepacking is the fact that you stop whenever you want and have something to eat and drink.
The great thing is you can pretty much eat whatever you want as well.
Ah, the coffee, yeah. So this is a Moroccan specialty called a nus, which means a half and half. So I think that's espresso and milk. It's like a kind of a cortado, a Moroccan flat white. Amazing, nus, that's what it's all about. Hipsters everywhere will be eating them soon. Oh my God, look at that.
That's the one.
Wow.
That's the one.
What a spot to ride in push bikes.
Smells nice.
That is cool. This is the spot, mate. Wow, look at that. Woohoo!
Oh, nice. That is cool.
Pour 4 personnes?
Ok, 1 kilo.
1 kilo, ouais?
Kilo.
Okay, parfait. Okay, so this is apparently a barbecue joint. So we are choosing our meat. They're going to grill it for us, and then there's a super cool place out the back over a suspension bridge. What an amazing spot.
This is minced meat. It's called kafta.
Bon appétit. Lovely.
Yeah.
Bon appétit.
Merci.
Merci.
Quite a feat of engineering, that, isn't it? Right then, here we go. This is the literal high point of day 2. As you can see, it is the summit of the Col de Chichka at 2,260 metres. It's been a pretty long slog to get up here, but it's not the most brutal climb that we've ever done.
No, it's not the steepest thing. There's a few sections, but it's kind of pretty gradual. The thing that got us the most was the thin air.
Yeah.
The last half hour, we've been out of breath quite a lot.
Yeah, and to be fair, actually stopping for lunch halfway up probably helped, as did stopping for second breakfast before that. So it's not like we've raced up, is it?
No, definitely not.
No, but what we do have now is pretty much 30 kilometres of uninterrupted descent to where we're sleeping tonight.
And I would like to add that I got here first.
Well, there we go. That is day 2 done. A little bit harder than day 1, it's got to be said. We are now on the south side of the Atlas Mountains, having just ridden over them. What a day it's been. Incredible views. You've gone from like the lush northern slopes on the way up from Marrakesh to here, where it's super arid, isn't it? But just incredible. We're now about at the town of Aguim, and this is where we're going to be staying for the night.
To refuel, have a good sleep, and tomorrow we head off into the unknown. But we know a little bit, actually. We know there's going to be some gravel. We know there's very few resupply points. And we know it might get a bit scary.
Yeah, this is the point at which Kamut said that it's going to be an extreme mountain bike ride. And actually, we have got no hotel tomorrow night. We are bivvying out in the High Atlas. So that's a first for me.
Let's hope it's not too cold then.
Yeah, please let it not be cold. Anyway, that's tomorrow. First things first, a beer and a refuel.
And possibly a shower.
Moroccans really know how to do breakfast, that's for sure. So just finishing off freshly squeezed orange juice. That was a nus coffee. Merci. Olives, bread. And this little bad boy is an omelette with cumin.
This is misamin, which is a Berber pancake. It's kind of like a chapati or something with honey. This is what everyone eats for breakfast.
It's going to be a big day, mate. Unironic fist bump. So 3,000 metres of ascent today, and what that translates as in reality is 3,000 metres of ascent, which I kind of really glossed over until we started struggling up the first 11% gradient. I think it is going to be a big day, this. civilization. Wow. I was not expecting that, mate. Not entirely sure where we are. This little village has just come out of nowhere on this epic descent. And apparently it's market day. It's Wednesday, it's market day. We're just going to see whether we can grab some lunch, second lunch, before we disappear off kind of up that way into the mountains. But it's cool, hanging out with some kids. They don't speak French. They don't speak my level of French anyway. Bonjour. 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 Now by now you've probably worked out that Josh and I are not completely alone on this trip, and that is a very good thing, because otherwise all you would be watching is a load of shaky GoPro footage and listening to a load of wind noise. And you would also be missing out on all the how-to videos that are going to be coming out on the channel over the next few weeks, because Josh is taking us through the finer points of bikepacking. But anyway, rather than hide that fact, we thought we would introduce our little crew. So this is Tom, who is our filmmaker. This is Pete, who's riding the motorbike that Tom can sit on. And then this is Aziz, who is our local legend, and he is driving that 4x4 to stash camera kit and Pete and Tom's luggage in.
At this point, it's worth pointing out that we are carrying everything we would use on this trip if we were doing it by ourselves. I'm pretty adamant that Si does it properly. I want him to have a proper bikepacking experience, and therefore we're not taking any advantage of the 4x4 or the motorbike to carry stuff for us. We're doing this properly.
We are indeed. Now we're going to be together for pretty much the whole trip, except for this much talked about Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, where effectively Josh and I are going to be using tracks that only bikes can go on.
Apparently.
Yeah, hopefully they can go on them. Hopefully the tracks exist. We don't know. Hey! Bonjour!
Cool little town, isn't it? The last 20k has been amazing. Gradually undulating, loads of nice curves, great views.
Yeah, a real contrast to this morning where we were climbing up through this really arid landscape and then suddenly descending down this valley with this beautiful kind of oasis next to the river at the bottom. That's just been magic, hasn't it?
Yeah. And we weren't even expecting tarmac. We thought it'd be dirt roads all day, so maybe it won't be so bad after all, Si.
Yeah. Bonjour.
Well, this is the point at which the guys are going to have to leave us. So we're going to do a ceremonial handover of camera. Well, this is it now, Josh, isn't it?
I guess the let's not use this. I guess the quality is going to go downhill from here.
Yeah, a little bit. It'll be fine.
Steady.
I've seen them do this all the time, mate. Right, Josh. There we go. So that is it. The guys are leaving us. It's currently just after 6 in the evening, and we've got another couple of hours of riding before Josh reckons it's going to be time to bivvy out. So it's obviously going to depend a little bit on location. It's going to depend a little bit on altitude. We don't want to be up too high. We've got to go over about 8,000 feet. So we better do some pedalling, eh, mate?
Yeah, I guess so. So we're now at 2,000 metres and we've climbed all the way up this valley, and it's not quite what we were expecting. It's actually we've been passing loads of tiny little villages. All this green land you can see behind us is actually farmland. And the little villages here are fully self-sufficient.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? It's like a secret kingdom. Totally wasn't expecting to find, like, well, so many people up here. Like, there's just enough water in that stream down below to irrigate enough land that they can grow, we're told, barley. There's a load of fruit trees down there. There's nut trees, yeah, walnuts, almonds. It's incredible, isn't it? It's like a little mini paradise hanging 2,000 meters up the Atlas Mountains.
And really isolated from anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, this road probably, I mean, it's super new, so I guess they were really cut off, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, we were expecting dirt roads, even some trails at the top, and actually so far it's been pretty much fully tarmac, so
yeah,
let's see if that continues.
Oh yeah. Right, we've got our gravel at last, even if we can't fully appreciate the majesty of it, given that it is pitch black. But basically, the Wahoo is telling us that we're on the summit plateau and we're just about to drop off down into what looks like a sheltered valley. So given that it's a little bit inhospitable up here, we are gonna head down before we actually get into our sleeping bags and camp for the night. And also, we've got to bear in mind that there's a rather impressive lightning storm going on just over there. And so this doesn't feel like a particularly sensible place to stop. But to be fair, it's pretty cool up here. The stars are absolutely incredible. The riding is great. We've got enough lumens between us to enjoy it properly. Fantastic. What do you think, Josh?
I'm loving it. It's great.
I bet you are.
My only regret right now is that we can't see the view.
I know, mate. Me too. This is so cool, man. Just to appease Josh, I am going to be in my chamois tonight. This is it. It's bivvy time. What are you doing, Josh?
It's time to get up, Si. We've got some bike riding to do.
We haven't had any coffee yet, mate.
I know. Maybe we'll get a few K under our belts and get warm, and then stop for coffee.
Speak for yourself, mate. I'm very warm, very comfortable. I'm quite up for a lion, if I'm quite honest. But anyway.
These things get quicker the more you practice.
Held it.
So this is the track we found ourselves on last night. We slept down here, just off the side of the road, and we basically descended from these mountains up here, where you can see the sun rising now. So it's pretty awesome, really.
Okay, let's do it. What a spot, mate. Hang on a minute, mate. I think we should get the big camera out for this shot. Right. Now this is one of the bits of the trip that I've actually been most looking forward to, I think. And I know it sounds silly, but stopping somewhere absolutely incredible early in the morning for breakfast and a coffee. Now that is our master barista just there. Yeah, that's Josh. We got water on the go. We've got our drip coffee, that's right. And then we've got a selection of coffee beans. This one is set in by a mate. This is Ember ground coffee for the travelling cyclist. Oh yeah.
That's us.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's me now, too.
You're a bikepacker now, Si.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's just incredible, isn't it? Cheers, mate. That is actually a very good grip.
So how was that descent?
Awesome.
How's the food?
Awesome. Pretty good right now.
Yeah, second breakfast go. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Pretty much one of the best days riding ever, and it's still not even lunchtime. Like, that was just incredible. Yeah. True highlight.
So Si, last night was your first night out under the stars in the middle of the mountains. We're back on the tarmac now. How are you feeling?
Oh, mate, I'm buzzing, to be honest with you. Like, it's really funny, when we were talking about it, Josh and I, beforehand, and Josh said, oh, I don't really see it as day 3 and day 4. It's one big day with a bivvy in the middle. And I didn't really understand, but now I do. Like, it's hard to separate, but, you know, sleeping under the stars from the amazing trails that we rode in order to get down to second breakfast. Moroccan traffic jam. Okay, so according to the old Wahoo, we've got just 13.5 Ks to go until Marrakesh. So it kind of feels a little bit mission accomplished, doesn't it? Despite the fact that for the first time in our 400k trip, we found ourselves on slightly uninspiring roads, really, and with a massive block headwind. But it's been a pretty good day up to now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this morning was incredible. Waking up in the mountains and sort of riding our way through the deep gorges has been amazing. And it feels, it's nice just to have a flatter run into the finish.
Yeah,
I'm over climbing.
We've descended 2,500 meters today and climbed only 1,000. So that gives you a pretty good idea of what kind of a day it's been. Now, Josh, I've got a question for you, mate. So now I've got a little bit of experience of bikepacking, a little bit. I'm really intrigued. So you've done like big bikepacking tours, but you've also got your ultra endurance racing, which is, I guess, like competitive bikepacking, for want of a better phrase. So how have you combined the two? Like what took you from bikepacking to racing, or vice versa?
Well, I actually went the other way around. So I went from racing and kind of the ultra endurance bikepacking races towards touring. I found that, like especially the Transcontinental Race, I really enjoyed seeing new countries, new cultures, and I've always had that competitive aspect to me as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know that from your history. So I found that I loved the kind of adrenaline of it, and ultra endurance kind of really strips you back to the bare basics. I mean, there's no bunch, there's no set course, there's no tape on the side of the track. It's just you and your bike, and you're essentially surviving. And it almost, to me, feels like it's kind of natural instinct. Essentially, we've evolved from hunter-gatherers, and I feel like when you're racing, you kind of revert back to those instincts. You're thinking about food, you're thinking about shelter, and you're thinking about being chased and chasing people.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's really nice to strip back life.
And so does it differ very much from what we were doing?
It does, in the sense that we're not racing non-stop.
Yeah.
So we had quite a luxurious bivvy last night, I'm not going to lie.
A luxurious bivvy.
It was a gentle introduction.
Now he says, oh yeah, that was an easy one, mate.
That was an amazing bivvy.
It was.
But yeah, so the main difference is, in a race you'd probably do that in one hit. So less than 300 miles, that would be a non-stopper.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'm glad we stopped.
Yeah, so am I actually.
There we go, mate. The Kutubiyya Mosque, built in the 11th century, you know, the tallest building in Marrakesh. And it's got to be said, that is a fitting spot to finish our Morocco epic. Marrakesh, over the Atlas, over some more Atlas mountains, and then back over the Atlas to finish here. 400 Ks, 8,000 meters of climbing. And we did it, mate.
We did.
Yeah. I tell you what, I've got to say a huge thank you to Josh for coming along and showing me the ropes. It's been a fantastic experience for me. There's going to be loads more videos coming up on the channel. showing exactly how we've done what we've done. I would have been lost without you, mate. And speaking of which, actually, thank you for the route too, using your experience. It looked a little dicey at one point, but actually it worked out brilliantly. So, mate, thank you again.
No problem at all. Thanks for inviting me. It was a really, really tough ride, actually. Although it looked pretty short on paper compared to some of the rides I've done, it was certainly one of the toughest. So I just want to say, on behalf of bikepackers worldwide, you've earned the right to finally clip your mug onto your saddle pack.
No! I've made it!
Well done, buddy.
Thanks, mate. Okay, Josh, now I'm going to suggest that we break from GCN tradition, and rather than going and heading straight for the bar, maybe we go and have showers first. What do you think?
Really? After all that effort?
Okay, so we are going straight to the bar. Do make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And if you can't wait until our bikepacking content begins in earnest, then why not head over to the tech channel right now, where there is an in-depth video about this very bike, the one that has just survived our bikepacking epic.